a first-generation student?
Students whose parents do not hold a bachelor's degree or higher.
What is a transfer student?
A transfer student is someone who attends another university or community college prior to this one, and then they move here or to a different school.
So one of our goals was to better understand the options of what to do after college. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what I wanted to do and digging up a bunch of resources, and it took me a while to find those resources. So what we wanted to do is kind of just lay out those resources, lay out like what kind of the requirements you need for certain programs, for certain tracks after college, and just getting a better understanding of what to do.
So another one of our goals was to share resources and information with each other while we're still in college. We wanted to make these resources more visible to each other, specifically resources involving funding, maybe for experiences like study abroad, tuition in general, and for Greek life, because these issues really affect us if we aren't well informed enough.
One of our goals was to reach out to the first-gen student orgs on campus that already exist so that we could help them and assist them in improving accessibility and visibility for us as first-gen students. One of the issues that we had though with this goal was we reached out to them and they never responded by email. So it just shows us that we do need this. We need it to be more accessible and visible, and it's not.
I came into college with a blank slate. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know anything about college. I didn't understand the pre-med track, the pre-grad track, what they entailed, or even if they were for me. I never had those discussions prior to college. I didn't have much of a support system throughout my college years. I couldn't ask my parents for advice because they didn't know what the process of college was like. Being a first-gen student is difficult. Many of us don't have a support system to help us navigate college. Having discussions about these obstacles helped me be more motivated and made me proud to be a first-gen student.
So I decided to join Greek life because I was told that it was affordable, but it turns out that first-generation students have a different definition of money than other students. I think that there's a strong correlation of first-generation students having a low socioeconomic status, which is super problematic on a campus like U of M because we receive misinformation, like what things are affordable, and when we are correctly informed, we tend to miss out on normal experiences because of the financial burden, or we pretend that it's okay to buy $14 pancakes and we just stress about it later.
So one thing I learned in our CR group is to be a successful first-generation student, you have to value education so much that you're willing to put in extra work or maybe more work that other students may not have to. And this could mean that maybe you're working a job or maybe you're working 2 jobs so you can pay for tuition. It might mean that you have to do 18 credit semesters every year so you can graduate on time or graduate early. One important thing that we discussed was having resources available for first-generation students, and not only having them available but having them visible, because before this first-generation group we discussed many resources that we didn't know existed on campus. So an important part is not only accessibility but visibility as well.
I think the CR group allowed me to talk about my struggles, and that these struggles are not just my own. There are not many first-gen students at U of M, so it's difficult for me to find individuals to relate to or have discussions with about what it means to be a first-gen student prior to the CR group.
In what ways has the CR group benefited you?
The CR group has benefited me because it allows me to connect with people that are in the same position as I am. All of my friends here at U of M have parents that went here, like family members that graduated from here, and they all come from like really big schools and they're all from Michigan. And it's hard to find that connection with someone when they haven't been through what you've been through and they haven't had to like struggle to get here as much. And they've all, I feel like, had a lot more help getting here than I have.
What are some difficulties you faced as a transfer student?
Some of the issues I faced is not being able to get all my credits that I've earned from my previous university. So currently I'm in my 3rd year of college, but I'm technically a sophomore here because U of M did not accept all of my credits. Another issue I had was the transfer agreements with my community college and the classes and courses that I took there being transferred here. Their transfer agreements are a lie. So some of the requirements that I thought I was going to meet coming here and transferring, I was not able to transfer any of my biology classes. And even back in high school when I took dual enrollment, I had an issue transferring my dual enrollment credits because they weren't taken at that university. They did not accept it because U of M has like this classroom requirement and I have to be on that campus's facilities. I couldn't take the classes at my high school with a professor and everything like I had. It had to be at that location.
Our experiences in the CR group, we met some of our goals with success and we met some of them with difficulty. So at the end of the day, we were able to build solidarity, we were able to relate to each other and our experiences, and we were able to have conversations about our identity that we weren't able to have with many other students here.